corresponding definitions and all we are going to discuss now. So in this case, first one is coming to the basics of a particular network before going to the actual definition of the network. So if I have a charge just like a positive charge and negative charge, these charges will repel each other. Like charges, if they are proximate to one another, these like charges will repel each other, whereas unlike charges attract each other. So to overcome this force of attraction, a certain amount of work or energy is required. When two charges are separated, it is said that a potential difference will be existing in that. Okay, so coming to the potential difference, which also have some of the definitions or some of the words that are there for potential difference. Now coming to the voltage. So voltage is nothing but the work or energy per unit charge utilized in this particular process is known as voltage, and it is generally represented with the letter V, and the unit for that voltage is volts. And here the voltage also referred as potential difference, also known as potential difference. So the charge transfer from one point to another point, is termed as current, and the symbol for current is I, and the unit for current is amperes. Okay, so the rate of flow of electrons in a particular conductor, is known as the current, and it generally measured by the number of electrons that flow in unit time period. And now coming to the energy, so the energy is nothing but the total work done in an electric circuit. So the unit for this energy is joules. And then coming to the power, the rate at which the work is done, in an electric circuit is nothing but the power, and the unit for that is watts. Now coming to what are the basic elements that are present in a particular circuit. So generally at the basic level, it might be consists of a resistor, capacitor and inductor. So and along with that some of the sources. So these are the basic elements which will be there in a particular circuit. Now we'll discuss one by one. Now first one is resistor. So here resistor is an electrical component that limits or regulates the flow of electrical current. Resistor is an electrical component that limits or regulates the flow of electrical current in an electronic circuit. So here the resistance is the property of the material. So due to this property, it opposes the flow of electric current through it. The resistance is the property of the resistor due to which it opposes the flow of electric current through it. So this opposition can be in a higher value or can be on a lower value. So if I have only a little opposition or no opposition, then that material can be called as conductor. The examples for the conductor is metal. And then if I have the high opposition, that means it doesn't allow or maybe allow very low of current. So generally high opposition means no current flows through that. It doesn't allow the current to flow through that. That type of material is known as insulator. An example for that is rubber. So the resistance is the property of the material, and unit for that is ohms. This is the symbol, and this is the representation of unit for the resistor. So if I go for 1 ohm, if a potential difference of 1 volt across the terminals causes a current of 1 ampere to flow through it. If a potential difference of 1 volt across the terminals which causes a current of 1 ampere to flow through it, and the relation that we can represent is R equal to V by I, which comes from Ohm's law. So what is the statement of Ohm's law? Ohm's law states that the voltage across a conductor, if you take any conductor, the voltage across it is directly proportional to the current flowing through it. provided all physical conditions and temperatures remain constant. So here this is the symbol for resistor, and this is the shape, or this is one type of a resistor. So here this also, the Ohm's law can also be indicated along with other definition, are proportional to the resistance property is proportional to length by area. So what is here? The resistance is directly proportional to its length and inversely proportional to its area of cross section. And this depends on nature of the material, whatever the material that you have used. So this proportionality constant is known as rho, which indicates like this. Rho is the constant which is related to the specific resistance, and here it also depends on the temperature of the conductor. So here the resistor, directly you can know the value of a resistor based on the color coding. Directly you can find out the value of a resistor by using color coding. So this is what about the resistor. Next, coming to the inductor. So this is also one of the basic element in a particular circuit. So here inductor, which is also called as a coil, choke, or a reactor, which is the passive two-terminal electrical component that stores energy in a magnetic field when electric current flows through it. The property of the coil that opposes any change in the amount